Hey. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Audio and video, checking everything. Normally I don't ask you all this, but it don't hurt, you know? It never hurts to ask the audience, just in case. Because we don't go through a whole hour or whatever talking, or live streaming, and y'all miss the whole thing. You get what I'm saying? Anyways, welcome in everyone. I did see that Smokey the Fish Girl said, make sure you smash that like button. Let's go. So,
Yep. And we're getting in the chats confirming that AV is good from both
awesome.
our two first friends in here. We got Riva, also known as Coro Works, and our buddy Nathan Hovey.
Hey, welcome, Carl Works and Nathan Hovey. Welcome in.
And
Uh,
apparently you gave Riva a bingo square.
oh?
Must be maybe asking if AV is good.
Oh.
Could be.
Now I want to know what it was. I'm kind of curious now. Hey, welcome in, y'all. I will go through the participant list here in a bit. I got it pulled up on Fisher.link. And update y'all, Mariah will be joining us here in a bit. She just texted me. She had a long day, so she's running home late from work. So which is okay.
Yep.
We'll continue on, and once she jumps in, we'll it's going to be much better. So, how was your day, TJ?
It was good. It was good. Started early, but I really can't complain because I only have working 3 days this week. I was at the racetrack Monday, Tuesday, so today's basically like my Tuesday, even though it's Thursday. So I started early, ended up going in the office, and it was good. Had a chance to catch up with a whole bunch of people, get a bunch of work done, and tomorrow we're ready for Friday and head on into the weekend. How about yours?
It um it was kind of not it was okay week. It just hey, you know what? I'm gonna do it now. If you think about it, go ahead and pray for my coworker. He got down sick on Tuesday, and he's been missing since then. So pray that he can recover and come back to work. Because I don't want to plan anything like that about it, but it is harder since I'm working alone now, doing a job that really needs two guys to do it. So it's making
Mm.
especially in this heat, it makes
Okay.
it a little bit harder to do it. But hey, I'm it ain't stopping me. I'll keep doing it. But in the meantime, go ahead and pray for my co-host that he gets better. So thank you for that.
Yeah,
Other than that,
hopefully it's nothing serious.
yeah, hopefully. He did go to the hospital, so
Oh, geez. Okay.
checked out. So yeah, hopefully, yeah, like you said, hopefully it's nothing serious. But he's in the Lord's hands. So, anyways, thanks everyone for being here. Um, let's go ahead and welcome everybody in over on participant list. Oh, hold on. Whoops. And did y'all enjoy Foxy Fishy's live stream this evening?
Well, of course they did. What kind of question is that?
Hey, some people probably didn't watch it even. They probably just totally missed it.
Well, that's probably true. But anybody who was there, I'm sure, enjoyed it.
Right. And who's excited about next week? Christmas in
July
July?
starts. Yeah. They put a ton of work into that every year.
Yes. Okay, we got Smokey the Fish Girl in first. Carl Works, Ethan Hovey, Jeff Kane, Stephen P, Rico Stain, welcome in, Paul McCarthy, and Sonny G.
Welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us here for another Thursday chat with now two of us and soon to be three of us, the whole crew.
I like this. Whose dream? Jeff Kane asked. Foxy Fishies. Roxanne Didi. They did a great job. I was always watching while I was getting set up for this stream, so maybe you should ask as a poll. Hey, driver, good point. Um,
Something tells me that may be another bingo square, but I'm just guessing.
yeah, I'm wondering.
It's a bad idea, but I also have a feeling maybe.
I had to miss it. What did I miss? Stephen P. asked. Okay. Let's go ahead and put the topic up for tonight. That way, y'all can be thinking about it.
And we've had some other folks jump in here. Paul McCarthy, I don't know if you had gotten him on the participants list. And then
I'm not sure.
John, My Fish Tanks Aquatics is here. Our friend Mark Sterlson. Good day, Mark, from Australia. So a few folks I'm seeing popping in here just now.
Awesome. Welcome in, Mark. Welcome in, Paul. Welcome in, John. Hey, go ahead and look on, brother. Look on. It's very fine. And the topic tonight, how do you plan fish room updates? Which is a great topic. Illustrated by a good co-host, best on the panel as of now, TJ Autocross.
Well, I think it was another one of these group efforts where that's what I really like is the fact that usually one of us throws something out there and we kind of we work on it together and we get it to a place where it's something we think we can talk about and hopefully give our perspectives, right? I don't think any of the things we talk about are we the end all experts on any of this stuff, but we've got our own perspectives and our own ideas on how to go about it. And so I thought with some of this stuff that you've kind of been contemplating lately around your fish room, it might be good for us to just sort of unpack a little bit of that and sort of talk about the process that you go through when you're thinking about making some changes.
Okay, y'all. Some of you might be wondering, that is ice you see in there. That's ice.
Mm-hmm.
That is not a normal Vibes Aquatics drink. It's a little warm outside. The humidity is kind of high. Anyway, even in my house, it's not cold. It's on the warm side. I do got some airflow, so that helps. But I gotta have something cold to drink.
Vibes, why are you drinking pool water?
A pool water?
Yeah.
I mean, since I can't be out in the pool doing a live stream,
Yeah.
very well. Why not bring it indoors?
Oh, okay. And get a little bit of best of both worlds. I got it.
Exactly. It's kind of festive.
Understood. Yeah, Sonny G says looks like Eddie's drinking not neon liquid.
Hey, it probably has chlorine in it.
Hmm.
I mean, it doesn't have any fish dechlorinator as of now. Right?
Yep.
I mean,
Yep. So I know you've got plenty of further updates that are going to come out about some of the plans that you're working on in your
yeah.
head and thinking about, but I guess kind of where I would start is sort of, where did you begin sort of, when you're thinking about making changes like this, to the casual onlooker, right? We see at least a part of your fish room on a weekly basis. It all looks like it's set up, but when you think about making changes, what are the things that sort of go through your mind on, hey, it's time to make a change? What are those kind of important factors to you?
Important factor to me when your quarantine tanks or totes or buckets, those fish need to go somewhere for a permanent home and not just a temporary. I got like a good handful of temporary totes and buckets of fish that it started out quarantine, and most of them are quite a bit past the quarantine process, and they are ready to go into some kind of tank setups. But like I mentioned, I didn't say it on the live stream. It was backstage talking about it. First thing that you need to decide is for myself: am I ready to take this process this achievement update, etc., under my belt or wing, I'm gonna say, because it is work, y'all, and especially if you have a small space, small area for your fish room, it makes it a lot more difficult to do updates or change stuff around. And also, it's a good time, y'all, when you're doing your update or whatever, move stuff around, get rid of stuff that you don't need.
Sure.
Instead of just shifting everything around, if you haven't been using it, if you got extra stuff that you know you're not going to use anymore, and just sitting there collecting dust, get rid of it. It's time to move it on. Either put it on Marketplace on Facebook, sell it, or put it on a club, a local fish club, or on a Facebook group chats, Discord, and let people know what's available, and you're giving it away if you're going that route. But instead of just pushing it to the side, get rid of it. And y'all, I'm talking to myself when I'm saying this. I mean, I got stuff that, it really needs to I need to get rid of it. Because after a while, the fish room is going to look like mine. It starts getting cluttered.
Yeah. So important to you, at least in this phase, is keeping it less cluttered, kind of cleaning it up a little bit, streamlining some things, as well as it sounds like maybe there's intent there to add in some extra tank space to end up where some of those things that you've put up, the temporary setups, can become a full-on aquarium, like a long-term home for some of those fish, and that they aren't fish that belong in some of those aquariums that we see behind you right now.
Right.
Got it.
Now, there are more aquariums in my fish room than what y'all normally see on a regular basis. It'd be kind of hard for me to set my fish room up in a way that you can see all of them. That'd be almost impossible, because I don't have a big area for my fish room. It's a small area. And also, being in the middle of a lot of the aquariums, this chair covers your view of. There's like 4 aquariums behind me down below that y'all can't even see because it's below the chair.
Yeah.
You think your fish room looks cluttered, vibes? I do, co-workers. I do a lot. Maybe it's just me, but when your fish room slows you down or discourages you from doing maintenance on your aquariums, maybe it's too cluttered.
So then I'm also hearing, in addition to kind of simplifying, getting rid of some of the clutter, having more space for permanent setups for some of the fish that haven't had permanent setups, I'm also hearing ease of use as another important factor that you are that you are looking to make sure that you can go in there and things aren't getting in your way, and maintenance is simpler, probably feeding the fish is simpler. There's probably an element of it of the simplicity of being able to just enjoy the aquariums and sort of see them all and sort of the layout from that perspective. So a lot of good goals I think you've got when you're thinking about whatever it is that you're going to do next.
And also, it's just decluttering. It's a good time to organize as well. Organize your fish food. If you use chemicals, any sort, your dechlorinators, your pH messers, whatever, all those chemicals, organize it in a way to make it easier for you. The best idea, put it on a shelf. Put one shelf, chemicals, next fish food, next extra airline, maybe pumps, maybe next lot, maybe next shelf, put maybe extra lights,
Yep.
extra filters,
Hmm.
like sponge filters, your air
Yep.
pumps, extras, your wave makers, your power heads. Organize it. That way you can see what you got.
Hmm.
That way you don't go out and buy more stuff you can't afford. Or you don't need.
Kind of take an
Uh,
inventory,
yes,
right?
that's a good
And
point.
set it up in a way where it's you have like a section for everything, so that if you need something in particular, you know where you've kind of
Hmm.
consolidated them. So
Right.
it's also organizing and storage is another piece of what you're
Yes.
looking to
Yes.
do. Yeah, yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Hey, welcome in, Joe Darby 3. How are you
Hey
doing?
George, did you see the question from Coro?
Yeah, I did. And I'll be answering that here in a bit.
Okay.
There was. Oh, I missed it. Hold on. There was a question earlier.
Was there? Okay, I'll scroll up and see if I can find it as well.
I thought I started, but I did not. Sorry, y'all. That was my bad. Oh, there.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, in regard to the current poll, which poll? You talking about the poll in tonight's live stream, or are you talking about the poll over on my community page on YouTube? I just wondered. Do you mean an update on the fish room, or are we ready for the fish room to be updated? Um, this is kind of an update my fish room, but this is for everyone watching, all of us. Are we ready? Now, if you're ready, if I'm asking you about my fish room, sure, go ahead and say yes. But that question, that poll that I put in tonight's live stream was for any of us. It just to make us aware, which I already covered a lot of points in tonight's live stream. I already covered that. If we're ready for the fish room update, but yeah, okay. Back to the next question, quick. What are some things that make us feel discouraged from doing maintenance, and what can we do to address that? Now
Yeah.
that's a deep question.
I mean, there's so many different things. So many different things. I think it can be competing priorities is a
Yes.
big one, right? I think it's everything from other tasks that we've got to do, and those things, if they pile up, you've got to kind of make some choices. I think um it's even, do I go to an event or spend time with friends and family versus spending time doing water changes in the fish room on a nice Saturday afternoon or something like that. I think it can also be mood, right? You just aren't in the mood to do that kind of a thing. You're feeling tired, worn out. You're consumed with other things in life. Yeah, I mean, I think there can be so many things that can cause you to do that. What do you do, right? I mean, I think it starts in my mind with overall ensuring that you're doing what you can for your overall well-being, right? So when I kind of look at that, I feel like you've got to make time to do all the different things, right? You've got to make the time to go to events that you're interested in,
Mm-hmm.
or participate in other hobbies, or see family and friends, and go to important life events that they may have, birthday parties and holiday celebrations and those kinds of things. And if you aren't taking care of your overall well-being, I think it just kind of spirals from there. and it's going to make it harder and harder to be able to do the job that you know you need to do to maintain our fish friends, right? I think that that's something that's really important. It sounds counterintuitive, right? Because it says, wait a second, no, if I've got
Right.
limited time, I need to be dedicated to the fish. And yes, there's an element, I believe that that's absolutely true. But if that's all that you're doing, then I feel like you're setting yourself up for trouble, right? I feel like that's where people
Right.
start to get the burnout because it becomes the obligation as opposed to one of many things that you've got going on in your life that hopefully enrich life versus drag you down.
Right. Yeah,
So,
and Rabbit came back answered my question about that. He said on the live stream the poll.
mhm.
Um, yeah. Um, which I already answered that. Okay. Yeah. And Rabbit has quite a few good points, which he just put in the chat.
Ah.
For me, two things that discourage me is how far away tanks are from faucets, drains, and how difficult it is to see, access, and filter to clean regularly. Yes.
Mhm.
Um, I want to star that. That's a good one. How far away is it? I mean, if you have a Python or a DIY
Mhm.
Python hook with run to your sink, I mean, it really ain't in the difficult. You attach it to your sink, turn
Mhm.
and put the other end to your tank, turn the water on,
Yep.
done. Simple. Now, if you're doing the bucket grenade, bucket, just bucket, get over with it. Go get a hose. I mean, get over it. But no, literally, get a hose, make a like your maintenance water changes that much simpler. Now, and to drain it, if you have a window and if your hose, drain it out
Mhm.
out your flower bed, or you can even use your same Python hose and do a siphon and siphon back to your tank, not to your tank, to
Mhm.
your sink. If you don't have a pump, like you know what? I mean, this is just an illustration. I'm gonna show it to you. Just get yourself a cheap. Now you don't have to go to Seacom brand, but just get yourself a cheap pump with the right nipples on it for your clear hose, and use that for your water changes. Drop this pump into your tank and run out your front door or to your drain. Since you're running a hose from your sink to your tank, use the same hose if possible, or you get a different hose. Hoses are pretty cheap. You can get the clear hose from Lowe's, Home Depot, or basically any other hardware store should have it. Anyways, and plumb it from your tank. You plumb it, or you can just do a few hoses like I do. Drop it in, plug it in to your outlet. Away you go. That is that would help. Now, he's the access to your filters.
Mhm.
I'll answer that in a bit. But for that, I want to bring a co-host up, the best in the panel, y'all.
Hey y'all.
Hello, hello.
Whoop, there's a bad echo.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Hold on.
Hold on, y'all, as we figure out our difficulties with technology.
Is it still echoing?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. In 1 moment. I'll be right
Yes.
back.
Okay.
Sorry, y'all, about that. Hey, welcome in, Melvin.
Melvin, hello.
MNC, welcome in. GNC, welcome in. Aquarium Fantasy. Hey, how you doing? Welcome in. If I didn't catch you, I'm sorry. That's not my plan. But everyone's welcome. Back to the filter.
Mhm.
Put it in a spot where you see it regularly. Don't put it, for instance, don't put it underneath your tank and put your unused pumps, unused fish food around it. Don't cover it. Because out of sight, out of mind. You get what I'm
Yeah, for
saying?
sure.
If you know about that, put your canister or whatever out in plain sight, because
Mhm.
that will remind you.
And I think you raise another point, right? For those of us that maybe don't have a fish room, we've got tanks in other parts of the house. I I think that could be also a stumbling block
Mhm.
to maintenance is out of sight, out of mind. If you have an aquarium in an area where you don't frequent, is it
Right?
one where all of a sudden it sort of drifts off into distant memory and if you haven't thought about it all of a sudden some time goes by before you oh I need to change, right? So I think that in my mind is one of the potential downfalls of having things in multiple rooms
Yes.
and sort of just getting to the point where it's easy to see you've got 3 or 4 aquariums in one room and then there's a couple that are sort of off on their own. That can also cause you to sort of not pay the attention to them that you would the others that are more kind of visible.
Right. Hey, let's try this one more time, y'all. And she's
Testing,
back.
testing. 1, 2, 3.
Better?
That was good. I think we're
We
good.
are
Testing,
we
testing.
are good. You figured
All
it out.
right.
Woo!
Good evening, everybody.
So if you ever need anything to do with your technical issues, your technical issues, get a hold of Mariah. She'll fix them for you.
She
Mm-mm.
is her own level 2 tech support.
Oh,
All I did was hit leave studio and then enter studio. That's all I
No,
did.
you
I don't know
you
what
you
these
work some
are.
magic in the background,
yeah.
and tech support calls you when they have a problem,
Yes.
Mariah, is what I believe
No,
is
the
happening.
only person that calls me when they have a technological problem is my mom, and half the time I have to Google it anyways.
Well, that's what a good researcher does, right? So,
There you go.
yeah.
All
And we are
right.
now joined by Jorge, Mexicali
Hey,
Fish Keeper.
Jorge.
Jorge, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining.
Hey, y'all.
And DD, I don't want to say hi to you. Welcome in.
Oh, Dee Dee, hello. I missed her.
Hey.
She's stuck in the back door.
Mm.
That's where all the cool kids come in.
The jokes could write
Oh.
themselves. The jokes could write themselves.
Um,
Oh, we got a little chuckle out of our man Vibes there.
no,
I think we're wearing him down, Mariah, one Thursday at a time.
yeah. This is not good. It's not good.
Oh,
Hey,
we'll make a miscreant out of you yet.
Mm-hmm.
no.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so guys, I
ahead.
like the topic for tonight. Planning for fish room updates.
Yes.
Let's hear your
I
side of the story.
had some pretty good thoughts come up. So for me, it's a little bit different because I don't necessarily have a fish room. It's pretty much just my living room.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes it a pretty big difference as far as just kind of maneuvering things and making it still a good, cohesive, livable space.
Mm-hmm.
For not just the fish. So one of the things that I definitely thought about is leaving space for maintenance and equipment.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've got, whether it's in a fish room or like in my situation, my living room, if you've got only minimal area to be able to put your filtration equipment, the cleaning equipment, everything that you're going to be using on a regular basis for that tank, you need to think about the space that you're going to have for that and plan for that space. And is it going to be easy to get to the tank to maintain? Do you have to move furniture? Do you have to move other tanks? Just basically think about how you're going to have to maneuver things to be able to maintain this tank on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big thing that came to mind for me, especially considering that that's one thing that's going to definitely come into play for me when I do finally get my 6-foot tank that I want to have in the living room. I'm gonna have to do some pretty heavy duty moving with the sofa that's in front of where I want the tank. But luckily, I've already measured everything out many times. So I'm going to have plenty of space on either side of the tank to do maintenance. And I can just stand on the couch if I need to hit the middle parts.
Now you're thinking. Now you are thinking.
Using your furniture as a step stool. I like this.
Hey, at least it's not my spinny chair.
What are you talking about?
I don't know if you guys have seen it before, but I've definitely done water changes live on Instagram in my spinny chair.
Like standing on your spin chair?
Yep, standing in my spinny chair.
Oh, Mariah, that could have gone horribly wrong.
Oh no,
Hey.
it was great. It was great.
Like they say, great minds think alike. Every time I do
I
water
used
change,
the about 4 inches of space I have on the front part of the dresser here and the spinny chair as a secondary. It was fine. It was great.
oh yeah,
Mhm.
I've done it many a time.
Great, guys. Wow. Okay, so now
Yeah,
now we need to add like safety concerns to the list of like things to think about when you're redoing your fish room area.
Yeah. Actually, whenever I do a water change on the tank behind me up top,
Uh-huh.
that one is too tall for me to see over the top of the tank.
Mm-hmm.
So I have something to stand on, and usually I'm doing a live stream as I'm doing it, right?
Mhm.
So my desk chair,
You
the
stand on the
spinning chair,
bucket.
easy to stand on and look in. Very easy.
Mm-hmm. Thought you were gonna say you stand on like a stack of books or something like that. Like
But the books that's too stable. I mean, it doesn't move too much.
no, you want a
chair,
chair with really nice, easy to move wheels, right?
Exactly, you can roll it
I
around, you know.
Yeah.
I thought for sure you'd say you were standing on a bucket upside down.
Well, that's also possible.
Hashtag bucket.
Mhm.
Hashtag bucket. That's right.
Uh-huh.
You got to stand on your bucket so you can use your hose.
But that's kind of a slam to all the ones that use buckets. And that's just wrong. No, we ain't going there tonight, y'all. We ain't going there tonight.
I think you already did, my friend. I think you already did. I'll tell you, Mariah, one Thursday at a time, we are bringing him to the dark
You have
side.
arrived at your destination.
Mm-hmm.
Are you drinking a highlighter? Is that highlighter fluid?
I thought it was pool water.
Goodness gracious. Have y'all seen the movie Waterboy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, do y'all remember the scene where he got knocked out on the field and Vicky Valancourt brought out that beautiful blue crystal water that was from like a glacier somewhere? That's what that is.
That's what that
That's
is.
glacier water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's glowing. Look at that. No, you guys, okay, Vibes took a bunch of blue glowfish and made a smoothie.
Oh,
Yes.
it was like a melted Smurf.
Yeah, the glowfish, I took and squeezed them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You juiced a glowfish.
You juiced a glowfish.
No,
we are gonna have so many complaints from animal rights activists. This is bad news for us.
No glowfish or any fish were harmed in the making of this live.
No, that drink is 0% glowfish.
Yeah,
that's right.
It says it on the label.
Yes.
100% glow, 0% fish.
Right.
Oh, Steven's got it right. He's like, what do they use to disinfect combs at the barber shop? Steven coming in clutch with the real story here.
Oh,
jeez.
Man.
You guys,
All right, guys. So what else do we have for planning for fish days? What do you got?
Yeah.
Sorry, that's a side note. Sorry, y'all.
Nope. You're good. You're good. Yeah. So I think we've kind of covered a bunch of different topics, pieces of the topic while we were waiting for you. I think one of the other areas is to make sure that you're prepared for the work
Hey,
Mhm.
and
welcome.
setting yourself up for the amount of work you're willing to tackle. And I think, an example of that where, backstage Vibes and I were talking about, he's planning on doing some, fairly major stuff. And for me, it's a bit of a different scenario. And I've got an idea in my head that I want to do something with part of one of my racks that already exists, right? So but the rack is fine. Everything seems to work out okay, but it was one of the ones that has like I don't know whether it's like 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch particle board that is
Mm,
that the things that you put on the shelf sit on. And it
yeah.
works okay, except for one shelf has a permanent bow in it. And I've taken tanks
Mhm.
down when it was convenient and tried to straighten it out, and it worked for a little while. But what I want to do, my big project is now I've got a situation where those two tanks are not inhabited, and I'm going to take them down and I'm going to replace it with like 3/4 inch plywood and paint
Yeah.
it so that it's much stronger.
Yes.
So for me, that's a fairly simple project, and that's something that I'm ready to tackle. It's not a major thing, but I think it's something that needs to be done, and I'm ready for that step.
I definitely would suggest when you do paint the plywood,
Mm-hmm.
before painting it, there is some stuff called kills,
Oh
and
yeah. Mm-hmm.
you can spray it. I would definitely recommend spraying it down with the kills first to seal it.
Mm-hmm.
That way, if you do have any moisture or anything that leaches through the paint, it won't damage the wood.
Yeah. So it's a waterproofer.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Yep,
And
absolutely.
it keeps from allowing mold and mildew to develop, which would of course damage the wood even further.
And I wonder if they make it in colors. That way I could just get like black kills or something like that and just use that as.
I'm pretty sure they probably do at this point.
Mhm. Yep. Yeah.
Hey, there's some people came in that we
But
don't
yeah,
let
that
know
was
yet.
actually one of my points as well, Todd. Sorry about that. Go ahead, Vibes.
I was just saying, there's some people that came in that we missed. Sky the Fish Freak, Sunfish with Fish, Benjamin Peters, Lumpy Dog, AGZ. Welcome in, y'all. They're here for y'all. So, all right. Go ahead, Mariah. Sorry about that.
Oh no, I was just saying that that was also one of the points on my discussion list was just not necessarily the work aspect of it. I was thinking more so for the time.
Mhm.
Just think about, do you have enough time to, or can you make the time to be able to maintain an additional setup?
Mm-hmm.
Um, which leads me to probably I think this is the most important point that I had on my list is making sure that you have the capacity for additional electrical connections.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
some places do not have the electricity or electrical. I'm getting tongue tied. Sorry. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. A lot of places don't have the capacity to be able to withstand so many things plugged in, especially if you live in
Mhm.
an older house or if your electrical system has not been updated in a long time. For instance, I know in my house, we have to use power strips in for many cases. This entire tank is set up on 2 different power strips.
Mm.
Just because it's a lot older electrical system in the house, So it's not able to withstand a lot of things plugged into one outlet. And it might not even necessarily just be an outlet. You could be drawing too much power in general. So definitely need to check and see how much power you can draw from your house without it causing an overload to your box, and how much power you're going to be drawing with the setup that you're planning on adding to your room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
True.
making sure that that your house is set up with the right electrical system to be able to support what you're trying to do, the right level
Right.
amps in your electrical box.
Mhm. Exactly.
Welcome in, Dixon Designs. Renita, how you doing? Looking and need maintenance. Look on.
And did you also get Rick AGZ?
AGZ, yeah, I did. Welcome
Okay.
in, Rick.
Sorry.
Hi, everybody.
Stephen P said a while ago he hates the maintenance when he's in a rush.
Mm-hmm.
True. That's why I doing maintenance on live stream, because usually I'm relaxed, hang out with y'all or with those watching and doing my stuff. And usually during that time, I had time set aside for it. I'll have 4 hours or whatever set aside for doing maintenance. So if it takes me 2 hours, good. If it takes me an hour, even better. If it takes me 4 hours, hey, that's okay. I only have a place to go and just chill. So make time for it. And he said, which is why he tends to do his when everyone else is going to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, especially during the summertime, that's not a bad idea. Doing it later in the day or early morning, because the temperatures of your tap water is going to be cooler during that time.
Yeah, especially in a place
I
where
could never do water changes after everybody's gone to bed, because I make way too much noise when I'm doing water changes. Moving stuff around, clanking the bucket, bumping into the tank, moving the lid off, cussing at myself for dropping something, all kind of fun stuff.
All the usual things that we do when we're working by ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Dee comment a while ago about using stealth to do water changes for the high tanks.
Aha, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Hey, Dee, I'm not gonna lie, I have thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could even up the difficulty and use a pogo stick, do it in little spurts.
True.
Benjamin says YouTube falling off swirly chairs.
Which would be better, y'all? Falling off swirly chairs or falling off stilts?
Oh, God.
Falling off the swirly chair. At least when I hit the ground, I'll be dizzy.
Yeah, but with
falling off the stilts is just gonna hurt.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
If you fall toward your tanks, that could be bad.
Also, if I'm in a swirly chair, I'm a lot closer to the ground.
True.
Fun fact, not necessarily fun fact.
Uh-oh.
I've got a scar up here above my below my eyebrow from when I was a little boy. My father was spinning me in a little swirly chair, and he must have spun too fast, and I fell and hit my head on the fireplace.
Ouch.
That is an insane story.
I
also have a scar right here in my eyebrow.
Yes, shut up.
But it wasn't from a swirly chair.
No.
It was from standing on the back of the couch trying to mess with my granddad while he was playing solitaire on his computer.
Yep.
And I fell off the couch and busted my head on the side of the coffee table.
No.
Yep.
Yeah, my mom, I think, was
right there in my eyebrow.
My mom was pissed. It apparently.
I also got a scar right here from a trailer hitch hitting me on my head.
A trailer hitch.
Now,
Mhm.
what?
The like the hitch, the ball
Yeah.
that goes into, yeah. I was about 3 years old or so, and I was walking around playing in the dining room, and it was sitting on the dining room table, the edge of the dining room table. We had one of those really old school dining room tables that had like tablecloth on it, and it had the rim of the table, but then under the rim it had like that second ledge underneath it.
Yep.
Well, of course the tablecloth was there. I'm 3 years old. I wasn't paying attention. I go to walk underneath the table and bump, hit my head on the table, stumble back a couple inches, and then the trailer hitch fell off the table and bonked me on the head.
Oh my gosh.
I've been hit in the head a lot over the years.
Eh.
Uh-huh.
That might
Which-
explain a lot about me.
Yes.
Just saying.
That's
Well.
what I was thinking. Now, okay, that makes sense
Hey.
now. You should tell me this years ago. Now, hey, I don't have any questions now for you.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
that's
It's
all.
fine. I
Steven
get
Let's
says,
go.
headaches every now and then. It's fine.
well, you know, it's fun. Yeah, you're all right. Steven says, how mad was your mom? Yep. I'm pretty sure she was not
Uh-huh.
pleased at that situation. I
Yeah.
bled for forever and a day. And
Oh my gosh.
yeah. So swirly chairs are no joke, friends.
I bet you were not friends with the fireplace for a while after that.
You know what? I don't remember this actually happening, probably because I got hit so hard it
Really?
like knocked it out. Right? You know what I mean?
Knock you for a loop, huh?
Yeah, right. So especially at that age, it's like I literally think I was like young, like 3 or something like that, and bam, like just took a shot right to the eyebrow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Huh. He must have
You know
tried.
what? Speaking of
What?
falling, that just reminded me of something else I was thinking about. So, someone I was talking
what?
to
Falling in
at
love?
work not long ago. Sorry, what was that, Vibes?
You mean like you? Oh, I was say you mean like falling in love, getting married, or what? Sorry, go ahead.
Don't start with me. Oh
He's
my
in rare
God.
form tonight, Mariah. I don't know. I think there is something to this. We have
It's
infiltrated his.
it's that
It's
antifreeze
blue.
he's over there
It's the
drinking.
blue drink. Oh, it's antifreeze.
Or no, not antifreeze, Freon. My bad.
Please.
But antifreeze does.
Antifreeze is green.
It comes in multiple colors.
Well, yeah, that's
Either
true.
that or it's windshield washer fluid.
I actually did pick up a bottle of
It's
winter wipe
blinker fluid.
Blinker fluid. He had a little left
That's
over when
what
he
it
was
looks
changing.
like. We
he was
finally
changing.
discovered it. That's
He was
what blinker
changing
fluid
his,
looks like.
and he had some extra.
Mm-hmm.
Ha!
No, no, go ahead. What you gonna say?
Oh God. Okay. I'm sorry. Back to what I was doing. Speaking of falling,
Mm-hmm.
so somebody at work I was discussing with them setting up a tank in a room in their house. And they were saying that they just bought the tank, it's 100 gallons, and they're trying to figure out where they want to put it. First thing in my mind, I'm like, okay, you went and bought that big of a tank and you didn't even know where you want to put it. What's wrong with you? But I didn't say that, of course. And he was thinking about putting it in his bedroom. I'm like, okay, well, that's a pretty cool idea. It's a nice concept. You know, do you live in a 1-story or 2-story house? And he said it was a 2-story house. To which I asked, okay, well, you know, is your bedroom on the 1st or 2nd floor? It was on the 2nd floor, of course. And I stopped him right there. I was like, okay, problem number 1. Not a good idea to put that big of a tank on the 2nd floor of a house. Just not a good idea. Not unless you know for sure that the structure of your house can withstand that and that the floors can withstand that amount of weight.
Oh, Yeah, I think it's important to make sure that you're thinking about that. You're understanding the structure. Sure.
Right. But it led me to think about also if you are on ground level,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people don't necessarily have flooring that they would want to have. Obviously, they don't want to mess up their flooring. So if you're in a situation like, for instance, my house, I've got carpet in my living room.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to be very careful with water changes and maintenance and just in general with the tanks. Um, Emergencies, like I had one day the filter had gotten backed up and it started to slowly overflow out of the back of the tank. It was a nightmare trying to get it cleaned up from carpet. So and then it goes back to like people with hardwood floors or marble or things that could crack easily. You know, you have to think about that as well. How are you going to be able to support the weight of this tank and the water and everything that's going to be in it without damaging your flooring or the structure of your home?
Mm-hmm. And I am the dummy that's got aquariums on hardwood floors.
Same
Hey,
here.
I'm the dummy that's got aquariums on carpet. So
Mm. Yeah.
Hollow floor is nice to clean up.
Yeah, well, and remember my
yeah,
experience. So at least I'm usually smart enough to put the bucket if I'm trying to fill it up, like to clean filters.
Hashtag bucket.
Yep. At least I'm smart enough to put the bucket in the kitchen where I have tile, so that the day that it started to
Yeah.
overflow and I heard that little splash, 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 the unmistakable sound of water coming over the sides of the
mhm,
bucket onto the floor, it was there instead of on the hardwood, because that would have been ridiculous. It was already crazy enough.
Now, how'd you get in here?
You let me in here.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie to
Right?
y'all. I love and respect, and I still use my bucket, but not so much for water changes anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The most I really use it for is to like place the rocks or the driftwood in while I'm doing a rescape or getting a good deep clean of the tank in. But I just went and invested in myself a nice long python. I think I've got the 25 foot, and it reaches both the kitchen sink and the bathroom sink and outside perfectly fine.
Nice.
So A-okay there.
Now, actually, I wasn't talking about you, TJ. I was talking about there was a mosquito.
Oh, I was gonna say when you said how'd you get in here, I was like, well,
Yeah.
you let me in here about 10
It
minutes before
was
the stream.
it was having a feast. It was having a big dinner on my leg.
And you
God,
just watched it, didn't you? You let it sit there. You watched it eat before you did
Vibes, what is
anything,
up with
didn't you?
you and blood sucking creatures? Like
That's
seriously.
your new nickname. Your new nickname when I see you is Mosquito. You know what? No, it's not gonna be Mosquito. It's gonna be Buzz Buzz. Let me be like,
Mm,
what's up, Buzz?
Skeeter.
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 I like it. I
That's
like it.
it.
Skeeter.
Yeah, give me some. Bam,
Mm-hmm.
Skeeter. That's it.
Hey,
That's the
welcome
one.
in, Rachel. Hey, Rachel,
Wait,
by the
did
way.
Rachel come up with it at the same? She did. Rachel came
Yeah.
up with the same thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
Good job,
Drinks.
Rachel.
Drink slow.
I don't know why I didn't think of Skeeter. I certainly I get when I see one in my house, I get very like backwoods Georgia country for some reason. I don't know why it just comes out and it just yeah.
Yeah, Vibes throws him a welcome party.
Mm-mm.
Hey, welcome
I
in,
got the
sweet
fly
acres.
swatter waiting.
I mean,
Juanita
my
said
fly swatter
Skeeter was her nickname when she was a kid.
I
Juanita, was it for the same reason? And MNC, yes, that takes me back to childhood and is quite funny.
Even mosquitoes deserve the last meal.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Mm-mm. Nope. Mm-mm.
No,
They deserve to be a meal.
oh, but I mean, he was all into it, having a steak. I mean, it was pretty red after I hit him on his back.
Oh boy.
Okay, I won't go any more
Vibes, you're
into.
gonna get Zika or something. You better stop letting them bite you.
Yeah. Hey, here in Texas, I don't know about where about in the world, but here
Mhm.
they're bad. Especially right now, with the high humidity, the rain we've had, there's water sitting out in the fields.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just like a mosquito heaven.
Yeah, that's part of the reason I don't use my backyard much, is because there's a lot of like tree cover back there, and so there's like a lot of leaf litter, and it pretty much stays mostly shady back there, so it never really has a chance to fully dry out. The only time I go back there is if I actively have my fire pit and my tiki torches going to keep the bugs away, but it's fairly rare because it's been so dry recently that I don't really want to burn anything out there.
Well, it sounds you need to have a pond back there.
No,
Why? No.
I don't
Even
have
a
the
fish tub.
space.
Even like a 300-gallon tub from Tractor Supply. It's only what 5
Now,
foot by 6 foot?
what I have been thinking about doing is getting one of those like smaller above ground pools. That's probably about 4 feet deep or something like that, 3 or 4 feet
Yeah.
deep. That I do have the space for, and I could use that and make it into a pond.
Yes.
Oh, that would
Um,
be a good size pond.
and throw some those mosquito fish in there.
Yep. And
That
but
would
I would
help
also
that
I'd
down.
probably use some chicken wire over the top of it because we've got a
Chicken.
lot of hawks in my neighborhood, and we've got some owls over here too. We've got a lot of
Mhm.
owls actually. And there's coyotes apparently running around now.
Mhm.
My neighbor caught 2 of them on his yard camera the other night, walking through the yard and coming towards the other side of our yard.
Okay, yeah. Let's get back to the topic, shall we?
We shall.
Sure.
That was a
Absolutely.
rabbit trail, y'all. Sorry, that was my bad. So since we already decided that we're going to go ahead and do an update, do you have enough equipment, buckets, totes, tanks, to hold your fish and plants while you're moving stuff around? Because it's easier to move your stuff around when they're empty.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to move a 40 breeder even. Oh yeah, 20-gallon.
Yep.
20-gallon high with water and fish in there, plants, rocks. No way. Empty it out and put that in. Get some buckets from Home Depot. Some orange ones. Home Depot. You put your fish in, or the small fish, and your
Mhm.
live plants, your rocks, the substrate, and the water. Most of the water you just dump it. Most of the water.
Oh,
But keep your sponges wet.
also, for those of y'all that don't know, you can also get the 5-gallon buckets at Firehouse Subs that they sell that they get their pickles in. You can get
Yeah.
buckets. They sell them there as well, very, very cheap. If you don't have a Home Depot near you.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Yes, that's a good tip.
Uh, but I think Vibes, you're hitting on another angle to this topic around
Mm-hmm.
not just planning for what you're going to do, but once you figured that out, planning for how you're going to
Mm-hmm.
do it.
Yes.
Right.
Right. So I think that to me is another piece of this where
Should
taking the time to sit down and plan what to do when and how long
Mm-hmm.
it's going to take you and what are the things you need to make it happen, because there's nothing worse than getting, I
halfway
don't
in.
know, a fish in a net before you realize I don't have anywhere to put it now. So,
Right.
right? You
The
know, I mean,
execution has to be just as on point as the
yeah.
planning and the layout.
how
It's all
many of
it's really great to have a blueprint, but if you don't
yeah,
have hammer and nail, I mean,
yep.
there's nothing you can do with that.
And yeah, because how many of us have you got even something simple like you got your arm in the tank and then you realize that your towel is like 10
Over
feet
there?
away. Yeah.
Yes, that's me
I've done it.
every time.
And then I'm like,
Oh,
I see
I
it,
look down.
right?
I look down to reach for this, and every
Yep.
time it is like all the way over there, or it
Yeah.
fell off behind the couch or something, and it's just
Yeah. Or like you look over to where you think you put it.
Mhm.
And then
It's
you
not there.
remember, no, it was 2 weeks ago, the last time that you were working with this aquarium, that it was there. And it's actually
yes,
now in the other aquarium stand that's all the way on the other side of the house. And you're like, oh, what am I going to do? And then you like try and shake your arm off as good as you can. And oh,
Stop shaking it.
Do any of y'all, instead of just the shake, do any of y'all like rub your arm, like try to
Yeah.
scrape the water off on the rim of the tank?
Yes, I've done it.
I do that.
yeah, I've done something like that.
I try to
Or-
like just squeegee my arm with the side of the tank before
Yes.
I pull it out.
Or quick, you take your shirt and you
Uh-huh.
like you use your shirt like it's the towel, and then all of a sudden now you've got like a wet arm mark all the way across your shirt, and then
And it's
Uh-huh.
like
the
right on your
people
stomach.
and the
Yeah.
people in the house are like, what did you do? You just have this stripe of water across your shirt. Yeah.
Oh, my favorite is I'll do it like I'll take my arm and like swipe it across my back,
Mm-hmm.
then turn it and swipe it
Mhm.
across my back again, so that
Mhm.
way it's not on the front. And
Yep.
usually, most of the time, I pick a shirt or an outfit that is usually kind of just the throw around outfit, anyways, when I'm doing water
Mhm.
changes or maintenance, because I know it's going to get a little bit messy.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. So it's
Here's a quick
really
tip,
important
y'all.
to take that time.
Have a towel for each of your aquariums. One towel per tank.
hmm
Mm.
That
Have
way,
10 towels
always
per tank. You're going to need it.
even better. But that way, and have it there by the tank all the time. That way, no matter what, you always have a towel available. And hey, what you could do when you're doing that storage thing for your chemicals, fish food, pumps, etc., have a
Mhm.
shelf of towels.
Yeah. Scotty asks, you're supposed to wear clothes while doing water changes?
No,
I mean,
mean,
that's
not
an option.
necessarily.
I mean, I would recommend it, Scotty, if you're doing a live stream during your water changes. Just saying.
Oh, I think
Does
that's all my
help, right?
towels.
Well, Cole, you might have to. Hey, Cole, you might have to remind us about that. Will you be revisiting this topic in October and moving again? Hey, remind us. We just might.
I have those tweezers as well.
I
I do too.
actually
They're right over there.
won these as well as they're not in there. As well as these.
Mm-hmm. Oh, those
Yeah.
are nice.
Come on. No,
Got
that's
those
too big.
babies.
That's too big. Come on. You need something that size.
Come on now. It's not about the size, it's about how you use it, vibes.
Did
It
you steal
has
those from kindergarten art class vibes?
It's the ocean and the. I don't know.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
We ain't going
So
there.
these
No.
are actually one from
Secret booth.
Aquashella in Daytona at the
Nice.
Sea Chem booth. That's right, vibes.
I was there
That
when it
is right.
happened, so I guess I ought
Yes,
to
you
know.
are. That's right. I also won at Aquashella. If I can find it. around here.
Yeah, you highlighted that comment
I did.
or the question.
And by the way, Henry, since we have a little bit of time here, I'm gonna shout you out. I actually like your name now. I like it. Keep it. Or Quinn Fantasy. I like it.
Yeah, buddy.
So is that
Okay.
a fluval pump or a hiker? I had to rub it in. Is that which one is that?
That one.
600,
is
800, 400?
the- This one is the 800.
And what do you use it for?
At the moment, nothing because I don't have the right. I don't have the correct hose size for it.
She uses it to collect dust, y'all.
Hashtag make sure your hose fits.
Sounds like a nipple problem. Vibe?
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
You
Yeah,
you were
nipples-
talking
my nipples
earlier
and my
about
hose-
having the proper
my
nipple
nipples
on
and
it.
my hose aren't compatible.
I was.
Hmm.
And
Ah,
Bob,
mine's still bigger than yours.
I think you started that. Hold on.
Boom.
600, 400.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. We ain't done yet.
It just keeps getting smaller. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, buddy.
There's
He's
one
got the
more.
entire product line. It's like the
Yeah.
CChem showroom in that place.
Yeah, there's one more. Where's it at? I don't see it. I think there's
Why
one
are
more
you
big
not
one.
sponsored yet? I mean, come on.
Alex just stumbled into the stream and wonders exactly what he's kind of fallen into here.
Alex, you might be better
Don't
off.
worry about what. Don't worry about it, Alex. Just enjoy the rabbit hole, okay? Just enjoy it.
Oh, you can slowly, very carefully, without knowing, sneak away. Because you might, once you're here, there's no going back, son. There's no going back. No, these pumps I've been picking up. I've been collecting them, y'all. I like them. But
MS Aquascaping joining us from the future
Hey.
over in Singapore.
hey, future MS,
Hey,
welcome in. I like it.
But no,
yeah,
vibes. My plan eventually for the pump is I think I remember I was telling you guys a while back. Eventually I would like to try my hand at excuse me, I would like to try my hand at building my own sump system.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I'm gonna use the pump for that to be able to circulate the sump.
Mm.
Yeah. Which I've been thinking. Hey, since we're on a little bit a bunny trail quick, I want to use one of these things. Maybe the small one. I don't know. Put it in a bucket, cover it with rocks, and then put some polyfill on top of that. Put lid on with holes in it. Drop it into your pond or into your tub. Plug it in, and it will polish your water for you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And
Mhm.
run the hose out to either out the side or out to the lid. You know, you should need a small hose. Enough that, yeah. So, and there are videos out there on YouTube. Now, I have not made any of those yet, but I need to get one out there for y'all.
That'd be a good air circulation for a pond too.
Callum, this is Vibes After Dark, but before it's dark out.
Well, it's hard to have it be dark outside this time of year, so we
Yeah.
can't start too late.
Right, because then it will be the dark side, y'all. We don't want that.
And Vibes needs his beauty rest. I mean, that level of
Yes.
handsome doesn't happen by accident.
I need to build a pump box for the pond. Good amount of vibes. Yes. DIY pump boxes. I've done it. Now I've not recorded it how I did it, but I've done it. Okay, hold on, y'all. Did I start one of these questions?
You did, I think.
Are you ready to answer that?
Are we gonna answer it? We should answer it. Yeah.
Let's do it. For
Yep.
each panel number, if there's one organizational change you could make in your fish room, what would you do? Is there a space you think that underutilized?
Hmm. For me, I think it would probably be right now for this tank specifically. I would say behind the tank.
Mm-hmm.
There's like that little diagonal or that little triangle corner back there that
Mm-hmm.
it's not really ideal to store anything back there or anything like that. The only thing that's back there, I don't know if you guys can kind of see it back there, is I do have a fake tree behind the tank that kind of serves as like a darkening background for me. But I think eventually I would like to change that to a live tree and have like additional planters on the back of the tank. That way I can actually grow plants from the top of the tank as well and have it kind of continue with that. I don't know if you guys can see that too well
Yeah.
up there, but
Yeah, yeah.
have more of like a foliage look up there at the top.
Yes.
Some of the tree kind of actually goes down into the water. It dips down into the back of the tank a little bit there, but that would probably be my biggest one right now is just changing that out. I wouldn't necessarily consider that an organizational change, but I definitely think it would better utilize the space.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, I think for me, it's there's probably a couple of things. I think the first one is probably to consolidate tanks into a single room. Because right now I go from room to room, and that's just an extra step in the process, right? So I'm up and right now I'm on the second floor of the house, and I've only got one aquarium up here. All of the others are downstairs in two different rooms, and it's kind of like it's a bit of a process where I
Yeah.
go to one room, I clean the aquariums that I'm going to clean in that area, move to the next room, then walk myself upstairs, and so I'm hooking up the Python to the sink to fill the tanks back up downstairs, and then I got to bring it up here and hook it up into the bathroom, and so if I had to do it over again, I probably would try to consolidate, and that may be something I do someday. And I think the other thing is a better storage solution. When I first started in the hobby, I didn't anticipate how much it was going to grow, right? It started out as one aquarium and I got a stand. And that works out great until you start to expand and you get more aquariums. And that means you need more equipment and things like that. And so now it's like I have different things in different stands and, I've got it where I've definitely went through the process of organizing it, and I've got kind of like different size totes in the stands that hold different pieces of equipment or other types of things that I need. But it still isn't as efficient as it could be. So maybe doing something with more of an organized, like a freestanding, cabinet or something like that that I could put everything kind of or a lot of stuff into and then have it in one space again, as opposed to I've got some stuff over here in this aquarium and all the others downstairs as well.
Right. I can agree with both of y'all. Which my thoughts have been going above my tanks.
Mm-hmm.
I need to have more foliage, which is it's unused. I know you utilize space. Either I need more foliage or put shelves up there above my. I mean, there are models up there. There's a bass up there and stuff, but that's wasted of space. My fish room. Either I need to change it up and put shelving up there as well. That way, I can store some extra stuff up there.
Yep.
my fish food, extra pumps, something, and I can even put like a canopy to cover it if I wanted to. That
Sure.
way, it's within hand reach, but if it's right there, every time I walk with feed the fish, I'll see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's right there.
Yep.
And TJ, you hit a good point about having a cabinet with shelves, which I've been debating about putting that over in the corner, either buying one or making one that fits in that corner. Which making one, it wouldn't be an issue because I do construction every day at work.
Yep.
It'd be like something I can do it like on a weekend. And
Mhm.
if I did make it, it'd be the same material or same style color.
I was just gonna say, because I have always thought that stand is absolutely beautiful vibes,
Yeah, thank you.
right? And so, yeah, if you did one that looked like that, it would look like kind of a showpiece,
Yeah.
right?
Hey,
'Cause
welcome in,
it's-
Missa.
Hey,
Welcome
Misa.
in, Lando.
I don't know if you
And-
guys can see it too well, but I'm lucky that this dresser it's not really a dresser, it was more of an entertainment stand. So
Uh-huh.
I've got storage here,
Oh, but look at
got
that.
2 cabinets that open here
Yep.
with shelving in there, and then 3 drawers that open here. So
Yep.
I've got a pretty decent amount of storage for my food, chemicals, extra filters, equipment,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yep.
And it all sits right up underneath the tank and nobody even knows it's there.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. And I've been seeing in the chat about equipment, tools to do this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm blessed to have a job that my job has all that equipment for me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We got table saws. We got 2 of those. We got like 4 chop saws. We got guns, no guns. We got drills. We got everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
it makes it real easy.
Really quick. It's way off topic, but I didn't want to ignore Benjamin Peters had asked if I was going to be racing this weekend, and
Yeah.
no, I was just at the racetrack Monday, Tuesday, Benjamin, up in Connecticut. But in 2 weeks, I'll be out in Pittsburgh at a track out there. Nothing
Hey,
this weekend.
Did you win?
Someday, did you win? Did you win?
What's that?
Did you win?
Did you win?
No, this wasn't a true competition event. This was more of a event where people go, take the car out, and do laps. So in my own kind of competition with myself, absolutely I won. It was a new track for me, and over the course of 2 days, I absolutely figured out the basic layout and continued to get faster and faster laps. So it gave me a nice base to build on for the next time I go to this track.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was a heck of a good time.
No, what I was gonna say. Someday I would love to come watch you in person. That'd be awesome.
I would absolutely would love that. Anytime that there's one that if you're up this way or I happen to do one down your way, I will let you know, and you can definitely be one of my guests.
Woo! I'm excited now. What you got?
Oh wait, I did it wrong. I wrote it backwards because it's supposed to say "Go TJ," but I wrote it backwards because the camera. But I forgot that my camera is mirrored, so it didn't work. I should have just wrote it normal. I was overthinking, thought too much.
But guess what?
got ahead of
The
myself.
sentiment is much appreciated.
Yes.
But go TJ! Woo!
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Have we?
And you better be wearing your doggone helmet and your seatbelts. Both
neck
of them.
restraint, neck restraints, helmet, 6-point harnesses. I'm in a full-on race seat. Yeah.
You better be in a suit out there looking like the dang Michelin Man.
I take all the safety precautions.
I appreciate that, bro. Okay. Yeah, and Ed's going live here in like 6 minutes.
Oh,
So,
man.
I just checked. Woo! Look who's on the ball tonight.
You are on it.
So now since
The only other thing I can think of as far as updates is thinking about what it would take and how much extra work it would take for you to take it down if necessary.
Oh,
Because we all know
like
things happen in life. There's
yeah.
emergencies, there's random occurrences, there's different happenstances that we can't control. And sometimes we need to just drop everything and go. It's very rare, but think about that as well. Is this going to be something that you are going to be hard pressed to take with you or move on from, or whatever the case may be?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's probably not something that a lot of people think about, but you're absolutely correct. That it's really important to think about if you had to make a change.
Mhm.
Yeah, how hard would it be to make that happen? Because you could really be cursing yourself when you get to that situation if you routed your airlines and it ends up everything's all twisted together and you didn't label it. And yeah, so I think you
Have
speak
yourself
of,
a contingency plan.
yeah, and organized, right? So that you can
Mhm.
undo what you just did, so that it's, take the time to do the labeling, take the time to set it up where it's, I think the other thing is easy access to things. So like
Right.
I've got a giant strip, the power strip that goes basically the 4 foot, almost full length of my rack, but I've got it sitting on the floor. And so if I put another aquarium on the bottom rack, I won't have access to the whole thing. So I got to
Right.
take it and
Mhm.
actually connect it up to the rack above the height of those aquariums so that I could have access all the way across it. That was not something I thought about at the time. It's easily fixable, but those are the things that you don't necessarily take the time to think about. So
Right.
it's a good thought.
Yeah, that's a good thought. You know what? That's really good thought. I'm gonna put that in my notes. Move your cords and plugs.
Hmm.
Basically, put them in more of a permanent place than
Yep.
temporary.
Yep.
I like it.
I was also taking notes, Miles.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff says baseball cap, tank top, shorts, and sandals, proper racing gear. No, sir. That is perfectly fine for when you're not in the race car. In fact, I'd
Listen,
recommend a
we're
lot of
not
those things.
talking Dale Earnhardt back in the early 80s, okay?
No, this
With a
is
cigarette and a beer can.
this is long pants, closed toe shoes. Some tracks absolutely require long sleeve. Some will let you go short sleeve. But yeah,
Now,
so
if you
that's
desire to wear a tutu on top of your fire suit, that's totally up to you.
there is no rule that says that you can't. That is true.
Oh my God. We have to put Todd in a tutu. It's got to have fish on it. It's got to be a fish tutu.
I mean, the problem is it can't be too much because like the 6-point harnesses are like all over you, right? They're coming from 6 different
Oh yeah.
locations, and right. So the logistics.
Oh no, it's just gonna be for show before you get in the car. you know,
I
it's just-
see, because the logistics of it are you've got to be able to get out of the car like in a quick time period. And if I got like the belts all wrapped in the tutu, like that sounds like a recipe for absolute mayhem. So
Oh yeah, no, I mean that's a straight tinder box waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rachel said she could see me rocking a sick mullet. Don't know
Yeah,
about
yeah, there you go. I like it.
I don't know about that.
Business in the front, party in the back.
I'm not sure I'm feeling that idea.
I don't know. I could see you with the spiky mohawk, Todd, and I could see Vibes rocking the hairband vibe, the big hair,
Oh.
slasher metal, head banging.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think Vibes is like probably blonde. I think that'd be good.
I'm getting the blonde vibe.
I
I'm
think
digging
so.
the blonde.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm getting the Led Zeppelin vibe.
Yeah, right. I think or Brett Michaels.
Rock and roll, man.
Mhm,
Rock and
mhm,
roll.
mhm.
Do it, TJ and Vibes.
Mm.
Since we're on the little topic of music, real quick, fun fact.
Go ahead.
If you guys know the band ZZ Top,
Yeah.
both of them have very long, very distinctive beards, right?
Uh-huh.
The two lead singers. Their drummer's name is James Beard, and he's the only one in the band that does not have a beard. The irony.
That's irony. That's pretty good.
I had heard that before.
All right.
Okay. We are looks like 1 minute to Ed's show.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
But before we head out, y'all, thanks everyone for coming out tonight. Thanks for all the questions and yeah, good topic. Mariah, what you got to say before we head out?
Oh, me? Okay.
Yeah, you.
Well, same thing as always every week, y'all. Thanks for coming out and watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate it very much. So much for all the support and everything. Thank you guys for being on with me, of course. I'm sorry for being late again. I'm not trying to make a habit out of it. And as always, y'all, treat other people how you want to be treated. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And may God treat you how you treat animals and elders.
Thank you. How about you, DJ?
Yep. So thanks to everybody who joined us and contributed to the discussion tonight, asked questions. Really appreciated that you were here with us, first of all, and second of all, that you helped add to the content that we were going through tonight. And thanks to you guys as always. I really enjoy spending part of my Thursday nights with you. And we're coming up here pretty soon. It's going to be a year we've been doing this. What, in October?
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Wow.
it's been really, really good. And I just appreciate the heck out of it. So thank you guys.
Yeah. And thanks for Mariah and TJ for joining me tonight. I'm blessed to have the best co-hosts on YouTube joining me. I mean, I don't know how I did that. But if you did see, I put hashtag Skeeter in the chat. That'd be a send over to Ed String. Which I like that. Mariah, no, TJ and Boots follow that up. So I like that. I like it. So, anyways, y'all, thanks everyone for coming out. Thanks for the topic. Anyways, hey, make someone else's day better. Till next time, peace out.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Sal. Bye, Sal.
Hey, bye. Hey, Sal. Bye.